Sabahattin Ali was a Turkish novelist, short story writer, poet, and journalist. Early life. He was born in 1907 in İgridiye township of the Sancak of Gamulchini, in the Ottoman Empire. He lived in Istanbul, Çanakkale and Edremit before he entered the School of Education in Balıkesir. Then, he was transferred to the School of Education in Istanbul, where he graduated in 1926. After serving as a teacher in Yozgat for 1 year, he earned a fellowship from the Ministry of National Education and studied in Germany from 1928 to 1930. When he returned to Turkey, he taught German language in high schools at Aydın and Konya. Later years, while he was serving as a teacher in Konya, he was arrested for a poem he wrote criticizing Ataturk's policies, and accused of libeling 2 other journalists. Having served his sentence for several months in Konya and then in the Sinop Fortress prison, he was released in 1933 in an amnesty granted to mark the 10th anniversary of the Declaration of the Republic of Turkey. He then applied to the Ministry of National Education for permission to teach again, after proving his allegiance to Ataturk by writing the poem Beni Maskum. He was assigned to the Publications Division at the Ministry of National Education. Sabahattin Ali married on May 16, 1935 and did his military service in 1936. He was imprisoned again and released in 1944. He also owned and edited a popular weekly newspaper called Marco Pasa, together with his Nestlin. Death. Upon his release from prison, he suffered financial troubles. His application for a passport was denied. He was killed at the Bulgarian border, probably on 2 April 1948. His body was found on June 16, 1948. It is generally believed that he was killed by Ali Ertekin, a smuggler with connections to the National Security Service, who had been paid to help him pass the border. Another hypothesis is that Ertekin handed him over to the security services, and he was killed during interrogation. It is believed he was killed because of his political opinions. However, it is very well understood that he was killed by the government, through the National Security Service, because of his political views. Sabahattin Ali's 100th birth anniversary was celebrated in Bulgarian city Ardino in March 31, 2007. Ali is a well-known author in this country because his books have been read in schools in Bulgaria since the 1950s. Bibliography. Short stories. Degurman. Kagni. Says. Yeni Dunyu. Sirkikosk. Plays. Eserler. Novels. Kuyukukli Yusuf. Kuyukukli Yusuf was made into a movie by Turkish national television. Isamizdeki Sitan. Kirk Mantalu Madonna. Translation Tarite Garip Vakla, Ankara, 1936. Antigone, Sophocles, Istanbul, 1941. UC Romantic Hike, Ankara, 1943. Font Mara Ignazio Silone, Ankara, 1943. Giges ve Uzugu, Christian F. Hebel, Ankara, 1944. In 2016, Madonna in a Fur Coat, translated by Maureen Freely and Alexander Dorj, Penguin, London. Poetry. Dagla ve Ruzga.